Gizmo says good morning. Gizmo wants to get down. She's doing good. She was a little crazy cat this morning. Yeah, running around like a nut brain. She talks a lot. She's very vocal, which is funny because she can't hear, but she's super vocal. So we're going to do a get ready with me this morning using my new ColourPop collection that came in. Say hi, Gizmo, before you get down. Say hi. Get her head to look at you. Say hi, babies. I know some of you guys have been wondering how she's doing. She's doing good. She gained a pound, which is good. So, okay, so I had started this video once, so we're gonna go through the different items and we're going to use some of them. So the first thing that I got in was this So Fresh, So Clean by Fourth Ray Beauty, which is ColourPop's sister company. And it had a lip scrub, a ColourPop seed oil, Fourth Ray was the bushel lip scrub, and then a face milk. So we can go ahead and use these two today. Here, actually, because I had a watermelon seed oil and I gave that to my sister, and this is the strawberry milk face milk. So we'll use those. And then it also came with this lip scrub, which smells really, really good. It smells really good. I don't know if it tastes good. Let's see. Yep, it tastes like sugar and strawberries. It's actually really good. You're not supposed to eat this though, just FYI. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the oil and the milk, and then while that's drying, I'll show you guys the rest of it. I'm gonna put a little bit on. I already have some stuff on, so I don't wanna put it on too heavy. All right. It didn't really have a smell. The strawberry one didn't really have a smell either, so. All right, so now we're going to try the face milk. I'm not really sure what this does. It just says pat into the skin. Use 2 to 3 drops. So it's hard to get out. Come on. All right, so that's how much I'm using. It just says, I feel like this is like a moisturizing kind of a tone. Now this has a strawberry scent. It smells really nice. But I feel like this is like the moisturizer part of it, of the duo here. All right, so there's that. Let's let that dry and I'll show you guys what else we got. So it did come with a blush stick duo, Starbright Light Sticks. It looks like we got a blush stick and a highlighter stick in here. Here's what they look like. The first one is the blush stick, and it says 25.8, whatever that is on it. Cat, get down. The little one, she's knocking stuff over and climbing. All right, so here's this. It looks like a really pretty kind of nudie pale pink. I think I'm gonna really like that actually. And then the highlighter, so these don't really have names on them. This is the light stick highlighter, and this is all cruelty free, by the way, in case you're new to ColourPop. And so this is nice, you just can kind of pat it where you want to. That might be the only highlighter we got today. I think it might be actually. There are 2 additional blushes here, so let's take a look at these. These are pressed powder blushes. And this one is Seed You Later, and it is a very bright hot pink color. And then this one is Berry Blushin' in here, and the packaging is it's really cute on all of this. It says Shortcake on the top. Let's see if that's, yeah, this is Shortcake. I told you Berry Blushin', that was just, I guess, the name of the blush. So there's that one. That's also kind of a hot pink. Let's put those two together. They're not much difference between the two. One's darker than the other. So there they are. This is more of a light pink. This is a hot pink, darker pink. Okay, then we got an ultra glossy lip, 2 of them. And this one is in the color Easy Bake. Ooh, that's pretty. This is just gonna be a little gloss to put over your lips. And then this one is in the color Very Good. And this is much darker. Okay. We're almost getting to our main part. So we do have 2 Super Shock shadows that also came in this kit. This whole kit, by the way, is $87, okay? So this first one I think is called Let's Jam. Oh, this is a Jelly Much shadow. Sorry, that's a cat doing that. Kitty cat, what are you doing? I'm gonna have to move her. So this one is, oh, this says Strawberry Jelly. So it's called Strawberry Jelly, Jelly Much shadow. And you can see it's got the little pink top on it. Cat. Sorry, it's a baby kitty. Let's try and get it open here. I'm gonna have to move her because she's gonna keep knocking you guys over. She's in a playful mood. Wow, this is like super duper pigmented. There it is. Definitely a strawberry color, but it's got a tinge of pink in it. So let me show you guys. Ooh. I don't know if you guys can see, but it does have a little tinge. There you go, a little bit. A little tinge of pink, like a pink shift to that red. It's very pretty. All right, so that's one. So that's a Jelly Much shadow. I thought they were Super Shock shadows, but they're not. And then this one is strawberry. This one's Strawberry Jam. And this one looks like an orangey red. Yeah, this one's Strawberry Jam, and it's more of a, I don't know if you guys can see, this will be a great fall color. I have a feeling this is also gonna have a really pretty pink shift to this orange. I'm gonna swatch this one for you too. Okay, a lot of it comes out on the cap. I gotta move the kitty here in a minute. And the Jelly Much shadows are like a mousse consistency, and they're wonderful. You do need to use them if you're gonna buy them. They will dry out on you, but they're beautiful on the eye. They give a very, very big pop of color, and then they dry down and they stay all day. They do come with these little caps. Be sure and really get that cap back in there, press it tight, and then put your top back on before you put them away. Okay, so there's the 2 colors on my fingers, so you can kind of see side to side. They're a little bit different. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'll be right back. Okay, that might be a temporary fix. She might come back in here. She is playing with some feathers with Robert right now. Okay, so then the main star of the show of this collection is the Strawberry Shake palette, and I don't know where my box, oh here. It comes in a box like this. All the shades are on the back. Now it does say, if there's an asterisk next to it, that it's not intended for the immediate eye area, and it looks like My Milkshake, Take a Sip, and Daiquiri. So let me show you what colors those are. This is My Milkshake, this is Take a Sip, and this is Daiquiri. And I'm guessing because of the pigments, the red pigments stain the eye area, that is probably why. So we're gonna put a primer down on our eyes just to help out a little bit. And I don't know what I'm going to use today too. I kind of like with the colors that I'm wearing, those colors kind of look, that orange kind of looks kind of cool. So we'll see what we're going to do today. So I'm going to go off camera and put my foundation on and bronzer on, and then we'll be right back to get started. Okay, before we get started, we're going to do swatches, and I want to show you the 2. Do you need this palette if you have a couple others? So let me grab. Okay, so let's look at the Watermelon Main Squeeze palette that came out. Okay, so here are the colors in that. And then let's look at the colors in the Ooh La La Pink palette. Okay, so those are those. And let's hold them each one side by side. I think there are some similar colors in both palettes. So ignore the fact that mine are in different, they're not in the right things. They all fall out and I had to press them back in. So you see this shade down here, and this shade here. I swatched them side by side. This one is more pink, this one is more peach, okay? So there are a couple that look quite similar in here. I think you have enough close dupes if you have this one that maybe you don't need this one, but this one is like more softer, more leaning towards that sort of milkshake or peachy tones versus this is more pink and purple. Then if you hold it up against the red palette, again, there's a couple similar shades, but nothing exactly the same. So a couple close dupes in here though. So I think if you have both of these, you probably don't need to get this milkshake palette. You may want to get it for some other things. Maybe, you know, we're gonna swatch it. We'll see what you guys think of the different swatches. So the first color we're doing is My Milkshake and Whipped and Woke. So we're gonna go across and do this row. And I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and do swatches. This one is My Milkshake. And that's just like obviously one finger. Okay. Then this one is Whipped. This will help me figure out what colors I want to do too. That's pretty. This is like harder than the normal though, like the formula that I'm used to from them. All right, and the next one is called Woke. So much for my shower today. This one I think is going to be a very pretty transition. It's a very soft, it's just a very soft color. Okay, so that's our first row. Wash my hands off. Now let's move on to row number 2, which is Paper Straw, Take a Sip, and Delish. Oh, and you can kind of see here, they kind of wiped off. Oh, I was swatching those two shiny ones. So this one is Paper Straw. This looks peach to me on my finger. Orangey, peach, okay. Next one is Take a Sip, which on a finger is very hot pink and has some glitter in it. All right, and the next one is Delish, which is actually really pretty. You could probably use that as a highlight too. There it is. Very, very pretty. Okay. The last row is Berry Fine, Daiquiri, and Shake It Up. We're doing Berry Fine first. This is a shimmer. Very, very beautiful. Daiquiri is next. This is like a really red, deep red. Okay. And Shake It Up is the last one. This is a really dark shade. This would be good for like that outer corner. So there is the colors of all of the ones in this palette. I feel like this is a hot pink, this is more red, but they're close. And this one, those three are all kind of close. Then you've got sort of your beautiful champagne with a peach shift. You've got like a peach and orange shift here. That's gorgeous. And then, and this is a neat color too, like a rose gold almost. Okay, so I'm sure these are not gonna come off my arm very well, as some of these stain, yep. So just trying to wipe them off your arm, you are gonna have a pink arm. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna go in. I've already primed my eyes. So, and actually I'm gonna put a little bit of this Becca powder on, since I have it here, as I was gonna try that, and I'll put that under my eyes while I'm doing this, because I don't know if we're gonna have some fallout. This is from the BoxyCharm, and I'm just gonna sort of pat that in. That looks fantastic. That is like a nice blurring powder. That looks so nice. Like if you're going for like a matte look, just powder the whole thing. I wonder how it, hey, hush. I wonder how it does with, hold on. All right, I put the dog outside. This powder is absolutely wonderful. It blurs everything and it feels so nice on the skin. I'm excited to keep using that. That is the Becca powder from BoxyCharm, the Hydro Mist Set and Refresh powder. That's fantastic. All right, so we're gonna take a fluffy brush and we're gonna go in with Paper Straw, which is right here. And I'm gonna get the sticker off of here so I can use this mirror. The only thing that sometimes you gotta be careful of is I have had, like in my Ooh La La palette, when I've been like holding these up a couple times, they've like popped out, so you just need to be careful with that. But we're gonna go in and use this pretty like orangey peachy shade for the transition. Just pack that in. It's a beautiful shade. Just because I'm using this one. There was another one I wanted to use in here, but it was more pink. And since I'm wearing orange today, I figured I would use sort of the peachy, orangey, rosy tones in here. Oh, I usually bring you guys closer when I do my eyes. There. This has a nice pigment and it's very soft. Exactly what you expect from ColourPop. Very pretty. And we're gonna do the other eye. And this is just, you know, I'm just sort of laying it down on the outer corner of here and just pushing it up into the crease, kind of all over. I'm being messy with it. I don't care really where it comes down. It's more important where it comes up for me here because it's gonna blend in with those other colors. And I might use the Jelly Mutt shadow, that pretty orange one on my eyelids today. That is such a pretty color. That's beautiful. You could just do that all over the lid with some brown liner and eyelashes and be good to go. All right, so the next color I am going to go into, actually, I think I'm going to go into this really dark one here. This is called Shake It Up in just the outside corner. And we're just gonna pat that down. I feel like it's gonna be pigmented. We're just gonna push it into the crease a little bit. And then I'll get another brush and blend that out in just a second. But right now it's just about getting this where we want it. So there's the difference. I think that looks okay. This is a very pigmented color. You don't need a lot for the color Shake It Up. It's a nice pigment. Just a little kind of goes a long way type of a thing. All right, and then I always just sort of check and see, like, do they match, whatever. I'm going to take this one here, just go back up. This had the first color on it, and just sort of blend it so we don't have harsh lines. That's pretty. All right, I'm going to take paper straw under the bottom. That was that first color that we used. And I'm going to lay that down to start. And I think we'll use the blush stick today, since for the colors I'm using, I think they're gonna look, the blush stick is a prettier, more of a neutral color for us, and we'll use the highlight too. These are a little powdery. They do make a little bit of a mess in the pan. Okay, so there's the start of our eye look. So far we've just really used two colors, and this is a great color combo for green eyes or blue eyes, I think. And I feel like brown eyes you guys can just wear any colors and look great, but so there's the start. So now I'm gonna go in with this little angled brush, and you guys can see that, does that help? And I'm gonna take that color Shake It Up, and I'm gonna come in right here on the bottom, and I'm just sort of gonna stamp this really close to my waterline. And just give a little bit of a darken up, give it some depth. And you can do that up here too, so you can take these little brushes for like a faux liner and just sort of go up along the edges. Really, really close to the line. Got a little color on my cheek there. And it just gives it a nice little liner. Do this one just to make them even. Okay, so now I want to use that Jelly Mutt shadow. I know I always say we will do more looks with all of these palettes, but I'm not going to use all the colors on my eyes. So we're going to go into this one, which is Strawberry Jam, this Jelly Mutt shadow. We're going to take a flat brush for this. You could use your fingers for this too. It doesn't, we're going to put that all over the lid. And then we'll probably put that light stick maybe on the, I'm thinking maybe put the light stick on the inner corner. So we're going to start, oh wow. Oh. Now that is gorgeous. That's gorgeous. I mean, I can't even. Okay, kind of need my, we're gonna do the same thing in the other eye. That is so beautiful. Okay, we're gonna start here. Click it on. I don't have enough of it. All right. So pretty. That is so, so pretty. There it is. Oh, I love it. Well, that's a must-have. But like I said, make sure you pick a color you're going to use a ton. And let's back up. And that you use up quick, because these things do dry out over time. So you want to be able to get as much use out of it as you can. Okay. Since that has to dry a little bit before we can do the rest of the eyes, I'm going to go ahead. Let me just look at something. Yeah, those aren't going to match. I was looking at these blushes. They're not going to match. We're going to go ahead and use this blush, and you can actually tap this in with the side here of your thing. So we're going to kind of come up. The nice thing about this blush, you can kind of put it where you want, right? You can just sort of color your face in. I know that looks so bad right now, but we'll just give it a minute. Just give it a minute. All right, and we're gonna bounce this in and get that pretty color in the skin. Look how pretty that is. It just melts in your skin. And it gives it actually a little bit of flush. I thought I put a really lot on, which, I mean, I kind of did, but it's just sort of, I think the sponge sort of soaked it up a little bit. There, okay, that looks good. Now, we're gonna take the light stick right over the top, and I'm just going to put this where I want it, so you can kind of make a little C right here. The nice thing is if you have, you know, a lot of wrinkling under your eyes, you can literally put this where you want to, and then just use your fingers and spread it out, and you won't get it like too far under your eye if you have concerns about that, because sometimes when I'm using a brush I do get a little heavy-handed, and then I don't like where the highlighter's sitting. So this is actually a nice stick to kind of play with and just sort of tap into the skin. and give yourself a nice little glow. All right, and then you can put it on your nose and your Cupid's bow, and you stick it right up there if you want, and just rub it in. It's really creamy. It's really easy to use. We should take a little bit and put it up here too. So here I'm just gonna take it on my brush and put a little bit. I meant to go get my eyebrows done yesterday and my nails, and I did not have time, unfortunately. We just didn't have time to get it done. So we got wonky brows. All right, and I'm just gonna let that be. Now to get it in my inner corner of my eye, I'm gonna use this little brush, and you guys can see, it's like a little tip. And again, I'm just gonna go on here and get it all on, and then you can get it in your eye there. And I'm just pulling any extra down on the bottom lid or bottom lash. It's a pretty inner corner highlight. Okay. Nitro got stuck outside because he was being bad. He's barking for no reason, just being annoying. Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna go off camera real quick and do my eyeliner and lashes. Be right back. Okay, so I didn't put any liner on the bottom. I just put mascara, and I used the, from BH Cosmetics, the Stellar Lash little sample that they, it was like a free gift they sent. So, all right, so we have the two different shades here that we can use. I'm gonna try the light one on first and then try the dark one on with you. Of the glosses, these are the Ultra Glossy Lip. So they have more of like a kind of a brush on it versus a doe foot. I actually prefer the doe foot. I don't really like these. These are made to kind of go over a lipstick, but we're gonna try them without. It's hard. There we go. The brush head was hard, like it was stuck. All right, so this one's mostly sheer. Yeah, this one's mostly sheer with a little bit of like a peachy pink tint to it. You definitely can feel these on your lips. They're not like a really lightweight one. A little bit sticky, nothing crazy. So there is that one. That one is Easy Bake. Okay, now we're going to try on the darker shade, which is Very Good. But these are great over a lipstick or over a liner. So this is the other one. You gotta get that brush moving because it's a little stiff. Okay, there is Very Good. All right, guys, so what did you think? That is the ColourPop Strawberry Shake collection. A lot of fun. I'm still gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with my lips. For now, I'm just gonna leave lip gloss on, this lip gloss on. I actually like my lips to be a little flushed. I've been known to do kind of a bold eye and a bold lip. I kind of like the look of that. Oh, I knew it. I knew having my hair up. My hair was so soft from the shower. I'm gonna have to straighten it. That putting it up for that little bit of time put a crink in my hair. So, but that is it. I appreciate. Let's back you guys right out. Okay, so appreciate appreciate you guys watching. Again, I think that this has some beautiful looks. I'm really loving the Jelly Much shadow in here called Strawberry Jam that we put on the eye. That is stunning. And I love these, but they do dry out after a little bit. So you just need to tighten them. And if you're gonna use them, use the heck out of them right when you get them. You know, just really get your money's worth out of them. They're not a lot of money. You can buy the palette by itself for just $12, which is a nice buy for these. They do have a mirror. They're all the names are on here. And honestly, I think the three of these would probably work really well in tandem with each other if you're looking for some options and you're not so much into the monochromatic look. But this is pretty. The three colors that we used are very beautiful. And the lippies, I mean, you could take or leave. I'll probably get more use out of this darker lippy, the one I have on now, than this one. So I do really like both of these. I think they give you a youthful flush and a pretty highlight. I think these were fun and easy to use. And then of course we have these blushes, which we did not, let's go ahead and swatch these. I did not get to play with these. So this one is strawberry shortcake. We got to do it on this side so you guys can see. Okay, there is shortcake. And then this one is See You Later. These names are so funny. This is the darker one. All right. There are the two blushes. And again, don't be afraid of those. You just put them on with very light application. You'll get a pretty pink flush to your cheeks. So, and then of course we did use both of these, which I already know I like the seed oil. The milk stuff, I'm not quite sure what this does. So we've got these, which were a lot of fun, which we used this one. We didn't use this one. And we didn't use the lip scrub today either, which we have, which tastes good and it smells wonderful. So that is overall the entire ColourPop collection for the strawberry shake. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know if you tried this collection, what you think, what your favorite items are, or if you haven't yet and you're planning on picking up something from the collection, what would you pick up? What was your favorite item that you saw today? I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye guys.